From the culture of the American South, where roots hold stories, comes a natural deodorant inspired by generations of wisdom. Introducing Rootwork, the all-natural foundational Black American-based deodorant infused with the magic of High John the Conqueror root. Our unique blend enriched with this legendary root offers 24-hour protection, rooted in the power of nature. Embrace this deodorant that celebrates culture, history, and your well-being. Unlock the magic of Rootwork today. Experience the pure essence of nature. Visit rootworkstyle.com and make the switch to a healthier cultural choice.
What's going on with y'all, man? Let me do a little recording here. Hold on. All right. How y'all living? Are you good? Waiting on everybody to fall on through. Now, let me make sure that I'm being heard, because sometimes I get on here and I'm jaw-jacking and ain't no sound going on. So if everybody can hear me, let me have you guys throw a thumbs up for me. If everybody can hear me, throw that thumbs up. All right. That's what it is. All right, we good money. We good money. Shout out to Michael Wharton. Shout out to D. Shout out to Tweety. Shout out to all the regulars, Percy Earl. And speaking of Percy Earl, the new Bucci Bear episode should be out by, what's the date? Should be out by next week on FBA Stream. If you have the FBA Stream site, if you got the FBA Stream app, it's going to be on there next week. You're going to see the world premiere. Everybody who's on the FBA Stream app, and if you don't have it, go to fbastream.com and get the app. Family, this episode of Bucci Bear is so damn funny. And this one is one of the longest ones. It's like a 20-minute episode. It's funny as hell. Wait till you guys see this. This one is really, really off the chain. This is the best one yet. This is a good one. I'm thinking about even having a screening of it at the museum. It's that good. It's that funny. I'm thinking about having a screening of the new Bucci Bear episode at the museum. It's freaking hilarious. So you guys stay tuned for that. But speaking of the museum, we got an event this Saturday. We're having an Arutha holiday event. A lot of great comedians. We're going to have complimentary food, complimentary drinks. A very fun-filled night. So you guys come on through, man. Go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. hiddenhistorymuseum.com. I'm going to get some calls in a second. A few things got to touch on. I didn't see the Grammys. I was doing my live broadcast last night. I didn't see the Grammys last night, but I know they did like a 50th anniversary hip hop celebration thing, and I've seen a couple of clips. One clip that I saw that I liked was Will Smith, Jazzy Jeff, and the Fresh Prince performing, and they got off. It was good to see the audience re-embrace Will Smith. You know, he's rehabilitating. He's still rehabilitating the whole image thing after the Oscar slap. And the audience showed him a lot of love. And that was a good vibe. I want to see Will get back on top of his game. You know, my man Will has been doing the right thing in the industry for a long time. And, you know, my dude had a little faux pas. And, you know, he was remorseful of it. Now he's getting back on his square, which is good. And they performed, man, and they got off. A lot of folks were very shocked to see how good the Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince show is. And if you've listened to me, I've talked about them for years. I've always said one of the best hip hop concerts I went to was a Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince concert back in like '88. Them dudes, man, they've always been tight. Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince, Will and Jeff are very slept on. These dudes were the truth. I would love to see them actually go on a tour. If they go on tour, I know Will don't need the money, but if they were to go on tour, I think that would be good to help rehabilitate Will and just get him out there, um, back in the public and get on that grassroots thing to really get that grassroots support. I think he'll get a lot of grassroots support just to get that, just to get his shit right. Because again, I want to see Will back on top of his game. Another thing about the hip hop 50th anniversary thing, I saw an interview with Hammer. Hammer, shout out to MC Hammer. There was something up in Oakland or in the Bay Area. Was it a street being named after Tupac? It was something about Tupac. I don't know if it was a street named after Tupac. It was something. And Hammer, came up there and said some good words about Tupac. And Hammer said some very interesting things. He talked about how he's been invited to a lot of these 50th anniversary performances, and he's turned a lot of them down. And it's very interesting. He's like, look, I ain't really trying to be fake with folks. Let me play the audio of Hammer talking about why he's not really rocking with some of these 50th anniversary ordeals out here. Hold on. Nobody's platform. Nope. You ain't heard me go to none of these hip hop 50, and just for the record, I got invited to every one. But I really don't have the patience for the fakeness. I'm really, what I'm saying? I'm really 60 years old. So I can't really, I can't get with the fakeness of it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can do it with a young cat, but I can't come around old cats and still be pretending. What you want me to call you? Six shooter. Hey, six shooter. Man, come on, man. Man, come on, man. Ain't none of your bodies turned up yet. I just can't do it. But I might get, I don't know, but Pac got me out here today. My first. So what Hammer's really saying, he said I get down with some of the young cats. But a lot of these old cats, I ain't really trying to kick it with. And I understand where he's coming from. We got to understand Hammer really he didn't get the respect he deserved, I feel. And a lot of people were very unjustly critical of Hammer when Hammer was at his height. A lot of people kind of threw Hammer under the bus. So I get where Hammer's coming from. He's like, hey, why y'all inviting me to this 50th anniversary stuff? I remember y'all old niggas and y'all were hating when I was on top of my game. And the thing is, people were hating on Hammer because he was successful. And what happened was people started actually hating on him and then following his template of success. People were critical of him for doing commercials and doing endorsement deals and getting shoe deals. I know he had a deal with British Knight back in the day. So people were like, oh, he's a sellout. He's a sellout because he has these endorsements. He's doing these commercials. He has a cartoon. They kept calling him a sellout. And they kept trying to discredit him. And what happened was everybody and their mama started doing the exact same thing. Hammer opened those doors for people. They criticized him and threw him under the bus and then did the exact same thing he was doing. So he's like, yeah, I'm not really trying to be all cockeyed and kikiing with y'all. And again, he was being dissed on the East Coast and on the West Coast. He was getting dissed by, um, it was like him and Too Short had something going on for a minute. They were had a little bickering going on, and Ice Cube took some shots at him, and Easy. If y'all remember, there was a video for the DOC. See, I remember all this stuff because I was around all of this stuff back in the day. Go look up a video, DOC's video, The Formula, and at the very beginning, there's a skit that Easy and Dre and these guys were doing, and they had Jinx play MC Mallet, which was a parody of MC Hammer. So people were taking little shots at him. They took a lot of, and the whole third base thing and that situation. So I feel Hammer like, hey, I'm not really trying to be around y'all cats, Kakon and Kikian, when y'all were praying for my downfall. And when he went through the little tax situation, and people were kind of cacan and kikiing about that, and that was very unfair because Hammer has always been a very solid dude. Been a fantastic showman. I went to a Hammer concert years ago when he was on tour with Boys to Men, and it was popping. I really enjoyed it. Hammer had a tight band. Just everything was tight and professional, and my man. I really wish Hammer get the flowers he deserves because Hammer brought a lot to the game. And a lot of people try to use the whole thing where he wasn't the best rapper or whatever. Look at what the hell we got out now, man. I don't want to hear that not the best rapper stuff. The hottest song on the radio now is my coochie pink and booty hole brown. I mean, I don't want to hear about no lyrics or nothing. I don't want to hear nothing about none of that. You dig? But I digress. Let me get some calls in here for the family. And by the way, a lot of people are still asking about the holiday package. We still got the holiday package. That sale ends this Friday. We got that holiday bundle package deal, and it ends this Friday because we're going to have everything sent out before Aratasase, Christmas, and Kwanzaa. And for a lot of people who are new here, do y'all know what Aratasase is? What's up, Nikki the God? I see you, beloved. A lot of the new people here, do you know what a Aratasase is? If you don't know, that's a foundational Black American themed holiday where we celebrate our foundational Black American ancestors who used this part of the season to rise up and escape from bondage and get their freedom. It was very common for foundational Black Americans to escape from slavery around the Christmas holiday season and get their freedom. They would rise up, they would arise, and the word for arise in foundational Black American language is aratasese. So we're giving praise and honor and paying homage to those ancestors who rose up to freedom around this time of year. So that's what aratasese means. Now we're going to get some calls from some of the listeners in a minute. And again, you can get that aratasese package at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. That's hiddenhistorymuseum.com. And how many folks? We got a lot of folks in here right now. Let's get I want to get some of these new faces in here. Let's get, who is this brother here? To the moon. Let's get to the moon in here. To the moon.
Hey, brother. It's me, Nakeem. How everything's going?
Everything is good, sir. Where are you right now? Are you in Nigeria or the UK?
No, sir. I am in Florida.
Oh, okay, there you go. So what's on your mind, sir?
Uh, well, sir, I was wondering, sir, why do you think we don't deserve reparations, sir?
Yeah, you do deserve reparations from Britain.
Well, sir, we was in America for years, sir.
But what does that have to do with reparations for slavery?
Well, sir, we had slaves too in America.
Come on, brother.
Technically,
You got
technically we came from Africa.
okay, sir. You got to get your trolling together. Your trolling ain't even making sense. Boy, Lord, you got please work on your troll material
What?
because even dude, because even you were over there doing a little musty laugh in the background because you know your trolling is not even it's not hidden like it's supposed to. But so are you in your Uber now? Sound like you're working right now, sir.
Well, yes, sir. I'm on my way to pick up my trips.
There you go, my man. All right, brother. Well, look, roll those windows down because you don't want to have all that must on them customers. But thank you so much. All right, let me get some more people in here. All right, Lord, I'm not going to play that game. Let's get let me see. We got let's get I can't see for shit. Dio, I think that's your name. Dio. Let's get Dio in here. And then we'll get Barry. Get Dio, then Barry. So Dio, I think that's your name.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's going on, brother?
Nothing much. I'm coming from the ways of Chicago. I just wanted to touch on a little subject because I know it's very big that a lot of illegal immigrants have been, well, illegal aliens have been flooding Chicago. And I don't
Yeah,
know if you've seen this, but a lot of these illegal aliens, they're moving out to Detroit, Milwaukee, Indiana, Ohio, and they're starting to uh, interact and group up with other illegal aliens and migrants. And it's really just starting to get crazy. I just wanted to know if you, you could
yeah,
touch on it a little bit and talk on it.
yeah. I'm very familiar with it, man. And what's interesting, the brothers and sisters in Chicago, and I talked about this the other day. They're complaining, like, "Hey, do something about these people, man. Y'all dumping these people on us. You're not vetting them. They're committing crimes. They're bringing all types of criminality up here, man. We're already, stretched as far as we can go resource wise. So the black community up there in Chicago is like, hey, help us." And people are like, "Shut up, nigga, and just keep voting blue, no matter who." They're just telling us to shut up and keep voting. Shut up and support these other people of color. And now the only time they complain is when some of those immigrants went up there to Detroit and they went to the suburbs, some of those immigrants from Chile, and they got them a robbing crew going on up there. They up here robbing white people in the suburbs of Detroit. Now they crying foul. And now they want to kind of curb some of that immigration flow. Nah. So look, the Democrats, man, are in big trouble, as they should. They should be. What they've done to the black community. And you know what I've been seeing? I've been seeing a lot of these Democratic shield posts and ads, and they've been having their shields to go out here and try to toe the Democrat line by talking about how racist Trump is. I've seen some of these Democratic shields. "Oh, Trump's a racist. Oh, Lord, Trump. Oh, we don't need Trump's racism. Trump is so racist." I don't want to hear none of that. The stuff that the Biden administration is doing to black society right now is the epitome of racism, the epitome of disrespect. He's undermining black society. He has contempt for black society. And we got to understand something too, man. When we have reparations conversations, the Democrats, they flooded the zone with a lot of controlled opposition reparations, quote unquote, hearings now. I've been seeing clips of these little reparations committees around the country. Dude, they might as well have a t-shirt with a donkey on it. These are Democratic shills. There was one I saw. What city was this in? I can't remember what city it was in. Probably Jersey. And the brothers and sisters on the grassroots was like, "Hey, we need to get this we need to talk real about reparations." And they had the Negroes on the panel talking about, "Well, reparations is more than just a check." When y'all hear that, the fix is in. I'm telling y'all, the minute you hear, "Well, reparations is more than just a check," the fix is in. And the audience, they saw what it was and they started pushing back. They were like, "Oh, no, 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 don't start that talk." And, "Well, what do you mean reparations is more than a check? What are you talking about? Then what is reparations?" And then the people on the panel started plebiscite babbling and nigga splaining. And one of the dudes, "Oh, no, no, hold on now. Um, now we talk about let's talk about it let's talk about it in the African way." And they were like, "Hey, man, this ain't about no damn African. Come on, no, 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 no." He started talking about Africa. No, 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 no. And the audience started shutting that down, as they should. The grassroots is on fire right now. The grassroots is shutting a lot of that stuff down. We're not letting them throw the boule feet people out here to get us to toe the line and spew all of that all lives matter nonsense when it comes to this reparations thing, because they keep trying to all lives matter it. And it is the grassroots that's shutting that down. We got to understand the power of the grassroots. It's great. We need more people on the grassroots to be vocal at these little meetings all around the country. It is you that's going to shut it down when they start talking all of this all lives matter, where everybody dealt with racism. We Everybody who dealt with racism need to get a check. Black Americans, black immigrants, Afro Latino, when they start all that, the fix is in. That has to be shut down immediately. Y'all remember that farce they had down in Atlanta, where they had some mammy up there talking about Negroes on Mars and niggas on the moon, and they started. It was Space Jams. They were talking about all types of ridiculous shit. Then they had a bootleg Wish app Drake rapping on there about reparations. They're creating these clown shows that we have to start shutting down. We have to say, hey man, this is nonsense. What are we talking about? When are we gonna get to the nitty gritty? Let's get to these numbers. Let's get to the numbers. All right. Let's get who we got in here? Let's get let me see. We got a lot of folks in. Let's get Joe Virgo. Joe Virgo in here. What's up, Joe Virgo? And then we get Barry Akon, Barry Akon in. Joe, then Barry. Are you good, Joe?
Yeah, you can hear me?
I can hear you. What's up, Joe?
Hey, I wanted to ask you about your hip hop. Hold on, let me cut this out right quick. Not fast. All right. So I want to ask you about your hip hop documentary, and I
Yes.
heard you were saying that hip hop kind of started from funk. So I'm asking you, what about New Orleans jazz? Because Louis Armstrong was rapping on a hip hop beat back in the 40s.
Well, they were rapping on the jazz beat. So yeah, they were rapping. They were absolutely rapping.
Yeah,
We've been rapping on records since the 1920s. There are records from the 1920s where we're rapping over beats. We've always done that as foundational Black Americans. It changed a little in the 60s because the beat changed. The beat slowed down. And again, funk came out of jazz. Some of the jazz riffs were infused into funk, and then funk music was basically more percussive. Everything became more percussive. So the movement of the dance changed. The boogaloo dances started popping up with James Brown, and so when you rhymed on the beat, it had a very particular flow. So yeah, so all of that is true. So we talk about
yeah.
that in the movie, man. We
I
talk about.
want. I want.
Let me get some more callers, but yeah, we go deep in the movie, man. I'm telling you, the microphone check movie. This is the quintessential film on hip hop. It's going to be the Bible of hip hop, hands down. It's going to be the Bible of hip hop because we got to shut all this nonsense down. All right, Barry Akon, hop on, man.
Hey, what's going on, Tariq? I just got two questions. My first question is, did you ever consider doing a documentary on the relationship between Italians and African Americans in regards of how, sometimes African Americans are so fascinated with the mobster mentality, the drive-bys, just the mob movies, stuff like that. Would you ever consider like doing like a breakdown documentary of why sometimes African Americans are so fascinated with that mob culture, even though Italians don't really have that much respect for African Americans? And then my last question is, did you catch that interview with Vlad TV and WAC 100? And I'm gonna land my plane.
No, I didn't see that yet. I haven't seen that with Whack yet. Shout out to Wack. Wack is my guy. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think talking about the relationship between Italians and blacks, for me, that's not a full length film worthy project to me. That's something to talk about within a film. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of black people look at that mob culture, that organized crime culture, and try to emulate it to a certain degree because we've always looked at outlaws, and we've because we've been outlawed, so we've always had to live like outlaws to a certain degree because we have been locked outside of the dominant society system to a certain degree. So we've always been treated as outsiders. So when we see another group of what's perceived to be outsiders, because they're not really outsiders, we thought the Italian mafia, they had their organized crime thing going on because they had to have their own thing going on when they were immigrants over here, but eventually they were amalgamated into white supremacist society. So a lot of us don't understand how racist some of these Italian Americans are. Especially, you want to talk about John Gotti. John Gotti was a massive anti-black racist. In fact, he was wasn't he clicked in with the Aryans when he went to jail? He was clicked in with them, and I know some brother whooped his ass in jail, right? Some brother put hands and feet on John Gotti, but John Gotti, from my understanding, he was clicked in with them Aryans in prison. You dig? So, but we like the outlaw thing. Somebody who's creating a lane outside of the dominant society system. They're creating a lane on the underground economy. So we've always had somewhat of a fascination with groups who do that. That's why we like the Scarface movie so much. That's always been a favorite for black people. The Scarface movie, you got Cuban immigrants coming over, being locked out of the dominant society, and they have to get their weight up on the underground economy. They get a bird and they start flipping it, then they became major drug kingpin. So that's something that we've always wanted to create an underground economy where we can thrive, you know. But we got to understand one thing, though. A lot of that stuff is still controlled by the dominant society. That's the thing that a lot of folks don't get. The underground economy is still controlled by the dominant society. They know what's going on. Let me tell you something. The dominant society, they know where all the trap houses are. They know. That's why you can go to a city and they have a designated drug street or drug area that's been the designated drug area for 40 years. You go to any city, and when you want to buy some dope, go down to King Street or wherever. You know just where to go. You want to go buy something, you go down to such and such project, go down to this street or that street. You dig? So look, if the civilians know about this stuff, law enforcement knows about it. Like in LA, there's places where you can go get fake IDs downtown. There's particular streets. If you're in LA and you know. You go get fake ID, fake birth certificate, the whole shebang in LA. This is a particular street you go to downtown. Been there for years. You understand? Now, people on the street know about it. Law enforcement knows about it. If you know where to go to the massage parlors to get a little hanky panky or get you a bag or something, law enforcement knows about it. See, they control a lot of the underground economy too. They know what goes on. But again, they make money off that too because they make money off the arrest. They make money off confiscating the property and then reselling it. And they want people to be kingpins. They want you to get big enough so they can take you down. And then they get a lot of political clout out of it, just like with YSL. What they're doing now with those guys, they're making their political bones going after Young Thug and those guys. These people are making political careers off of this stuff. So we just got to understand the game out here. Got to really understand the game. Let's get, excuse me, let's get Viral Drip in here. Viral Drip in the building.
And what's going on, Tariq? How you doing tonight, bro?
I'm good, Viral Drip. How are you?
All
What's on your
right,
mind,
I'm
bro?
good. Thanks for letting me speak. You're talking on this illicit business just to go on. I learned this new term they got in New York called IMBs, which means illicit massage businesses. And
Mm.
apparently these have been there for years and they know they're there, so you're absolutely correct on that, my
Oh,
friend.
hmm, oh yeah, absolutely. And they let them Asians get away with murder, boy. And that whole model minority thing, man. If you don't stop, dude, I've been telling people for years. The Asians are they're the plug. With street stuff, people think it's the Hispanics. No, 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 no. The plug are Asians. They got the hookup on everything, especially out here on the West Coast. The Asians are the plug, dude. Man, y'all don't understand. You can get everything from them. Everything on the underground, you get it from them. Them boats coming in from China and all of that stuff, man. Y'all know the stuff they got on them boats? Man, come on. And speaking of Asians, man, people are talking about there's some kind of cyber attack that might be coming from China pretty soon, man. There's rumors about some kind of big cyber attack on the US that these guys might pull. Um, I know the mainstream media has been very quiet about that, but yeah, these folks do these cyber hits, man, and these shits is real. They could shut stuff down. How many of y'all remember there was a cyber attack team that hit Vegas a few months ago? Y'all remember that? They hackers and some cyber thieves um hijacked some of the hotels in Vegas and started shutting down the key cards and shutting down the machines and then made the hotel pay them a damn ransom. That was gangster. That shit was gangster. They hit up MGM and all of them hotels and they shut their shit down. They were like, yeah, if you want us to get you back up and running, Bitcoin us such and such million. And from what I understand, I'm not too clear on all the details. I think they had to pay that. Good, 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 good. I don't like cyber attacks because they might, I want to be somewhere where I'm getting hit with a cyber attack. But yeah, get their asses because they flop me out of some money. So yeah, get their asses. But we got to watch out though. We got to watch out because if they have one of these cyber attacks, man, and they start shutting stuff down, and I'm hearing rumors about them possibly hitting banks or whatever. So we got to be prepared for little stuff. That's why we got to have a network among ourselves and we got to know who's who and we just got to have a camaraderie and a vibe and know who to build with. And we just gotta we have to network with each other. Networking is very, very important, and that's why I like to have networking events, especially at the Hidden History Museum, so that like-minded people can get together. What's up, Zulu?
You are a liar, young man. You are lying
Now what am I lying about, Zulu?
about the tether with the MLK thing. I told you were lying. We found out the truth.
What was the truth?
The truth was it was not a tether. It was an FBA who showed up the MLK thing.
Well,
Always
we
trying
don't
to.
know. No, wait, Ubuntu. Now,
It's
Ubuntu.
Zulu.
We don't
Warrior.
Ubuntu. Ubuntu. Now we don't know what that woman is. Some people saying she might be Caribbean, the woman who poured that gasoline on MLK's house. We don't know what that woman is. Nobody knows who her mother is. I think her dad might be FBA, but nobody knows who that woman's mother is. So she might be an anchor baby tether. Some people are saying she's possibly Caribbean. We do know she was a part of the new, or she had some kind of thing going on with the Nubians, and some of that sovereignty stuff. So we don't know what's going on with that woman. So Ubuntu, you don't take your flip flops off and try to do a victory lap,
You've been exposed, Tariq.
sir. The
Red-headed.
only thing that exposed is the must from under your arm, sir. That's why you need some root work at rootworkstyle.com. I suggest you try the Mango Mojo. That works good on
Got the
tether
five.
phone. But go ahead, sir. Zulu, go ahead, sir.
You got the $5 velvet gas station jacket. Fuck you and that leather jacket, young man. You know I'll rob you. You better not come to Louisiana. I put that on the dead lions. You heard me? You better
Well,
never come.
sir, if you're down in Louisiana, please don't mix Jollof with jambalaya. All right,
Oh, now do that shit.
because we don't want people getting sick.
And you
All
be
right,
zero and rice. Now what?
and we do what, sir?
You be eating zero and rice.
Well, sir, that's better
Zero
than the
and
red.
rice.
Zatarans is better than Red Cross rice that your family ate when they were on an inner tube floating over here, sir. I'd rather
Now,
have that.
I'm rich. Don't try to put that shit on my family. You fucking accuser. I'm rich. I drive a Hellcat. I don't need no.
No, nigga, you drive a meerkat, okay? You had a bunch of meerkats in your backyard back home, and you brought some of the meerkats over here with you, nigga. But go ahead.
Prove it. Prove it.
Well, nigga, I hear animals in the background now. You carry animals in your Uber.
Prove it or mute it, young man. Don't try to put that shit
Okay.
on me. Fucking
Yes,
accuser.
yes. So yes,
If
sir.
you want
You
to
and
fight in my
you
head, just say
you and your meerkat can get the hell out of here. All right. Let me get some more people. Oh Lord, these tethers. Excuse me. Excuse me. Damn. All right. Let's see who we got. We got a lot of folks. Let's get. Somebody said I'm just a boy. Okay. Somebody saying they're just a boy. Well, hop on. I'm just a boy.
Good night, Mr. Tariq. I have some questions that I would like to ask you. How is your night going so far?
I'm good, ma'am. Now, where are you from? Are you from Kenya? I hear kind of a Kenyan
No,
accent.
I'm actually a guy, like my bio said, and I'm Jamaican actually.
Really? I don't get that.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound Jamaican. But go ahead, dear.
So, all right. So I've come across a couple people on here. They also use hashtag FB in their bios or whatever. It just so happens where a lot of them have made me feel uncomfortable by saying that I'm not black because I'm not from the United States. I'm Jamaican, and there's no such thing as black Jamaicans. And quite frankly, a lot of them seem to look up to you. So that's why I decided to join to see what your perspective would be about that. So, do you also agree with what they were saying?
No, I mean, no. If you're a black Jamaican, you're black. You're just a black Jamaican. And if you're from Africa, or a black person from Africa, you're a black person from Africa. I think the problem is, I think some people have issue because a lot of people from Jamaica, and I've heard this several times, people will say, I'm not black, I'm Jamaican. So a lot of people over there have differentiated themselves from us. And I've heard it several. I even heard people say, well, I'm black and Jamaican. So I've heard a lot of Caribbeans make a distinction themselves. So why do you think you guys do that in your culture?
Honestly, to be completely honest with you and real, personally, I've never met anybody that's Jamaican that when you ask them like what their race or ethnicity is, they would not say that they're black. Just within my personal life, I haven't come across anybody that did not
We
identify as black that was black.
many of us have heard that. I'm telling you, that is kind of
And I
common.
believe it. I
Yeah,
believe it. I definitely do, right? I'm not going to dismiss you guys' experience. I'm just
right.
saying that the problem, what really is the problem, Tariq, is that they will generalize this and try to make it seem as if the entire nation of Jamaica does not identify with a race or ethnicity when it comes to black. And I get where they come from, where they will tell me that, well, black in America it's this identity that they've created for themselves where if somebody else from a different nation comes here and say that they're black, it feels like they're disrespecting black Americans
Right.
because yeah, it just didn't make any sense to me. So
Now, let me build on that, beloved, because now this is very common with Jamaicans who come over here. This is extremely common. They will come over and be like, hey, we stay away from those blacks, those black Americans. Stay away from those Yankees. They'll kind of have that mentality. And then there's a lot of stereotypical vitriol thrown towards us from a lot of Jamaican immigrants, which is very, very weird. So I think a lot of people are kind of pushing back on that because we embrace everybody. We don't, if you're black, come on, let's kick it. You black, come on, let's kick it. We don't have that stay away from this person. But a lot of immigrants who come over from Africa and the Caribbean, they kind of have that mentality. And a lot of people are now calling that out, right?
Well, you know what? I appreciate you so much for, being honest and giving a really, intelligent response, because that's usually not what I get from everybody else. So I appreciate that. And I hope you have
Absolutely.
a beautiful night, okay?
Thank you, beloved. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We don't have a problem with Caribbeans, Jamaican. We don't. We embrace everybody. We don't do that. But no, we got to be very real. In these cultures, a lot of these folks, they have this mindset where we go over there and we get what we're supposed to get, or not what we're supposed to get, or get what we can get. And I won't even say what they're supposed to get because there is a sense of entitlement. But there are a lot of people who want to come over here and get stuff and then hoard it away from us. You dig? So that's been a problem. So a lot of people are kind of calling that out now. All right, let's get Silly Will. Let's get Silly Will in here, Mr. Silly Will. All right,
Hello, hello, hello.
what's up, Silly Will?
How you doing, brother?
Now, where you from, Silly Will?
Man, I'm from Ethiopia.
There you go. So what's on your mind?
My mind is, man, I know we can't all get along, right? Like in a way that not everybody sees me as a black American. You understand what I'm saying? Like an African American.
Because you're not. You're a black
Yeah,
person, but you're not
yeah,
an
yeah,
African,
yeah.
not a
No,
foundational
no, no.
black.
I'm not an African. Yeah, yeah. I'm not a foundation. I support, you know what I mean, with all this reparation stuff that you guys got going on, right?
Right.
But like my main thing is like what's like I don't want to call it a division because there is a division. We're not the same, right? But moving further than that, how can we all just get along? You know what I mean? Does that make any sense to you?
Right. Well, the thing is, what's the division? Because the division comes from a lot of you guys. You guys come over here and set up your little enclaves, and you make sure that the whatever little resources you gather stays within your enclaves. When you guys get jobs, you guys start monopolizing those jobs for people within your culture. You go out to places like Washington, D.C., or whatever, you'll see the Ethiopians monopolizing the parking industry, where you hook up other Ethiopians. Out here in LA, we got that big. You go down to the parking structures around LAX, it's run by Ethiopians. So there's already a division, but that division has been very one sided. So we have to ask, why does your culture create such division? Because we don't do that. We don't. We If you're qualified for something, and we see a black person, generally foundational black Americans will say, "Come on, brother, we got you. Let's do work. Let's do business." That's how we are. So when people talk about a divide, that divide is always one sided. We don't have that divide. We always look out for everybody. Speaking of Ethiopia, and I've always told this story when Ethiopia was about to get colonized by Italy, 1930s, 1940s, it was foundational black Americans lining up all around the country in the streets, volunteering to go over there to help Ethiopia fight. So we've always been riding for everybody. So the division is one sided. So we got to ask, why in your culture and many of those African cultures is there such division against foundational black Americans?
But Tariq, I'll be honest with you. You're coming from your point of view, right? And I never felt welcomed, right? I grew up here, went to like middle school, high school here, right? Black Americans didn't treat me like a brother. And I'm not saying that's all around. Maybe it was just in my city. Maybe there wasn't that many Ethiopians and they always found it, you know what I mean? Like finding me strange, right? But like the division was already there though. I mean, it's not like I came to a opened armed welcome.
No, what happened with you, sir, which is what happens to a lot of African immigrants and many Caribbean immigrants. Y'all get clowned and roasted for not having swag. That's not a division. That's just ritualistic roasting, which is part of foundational Black American culture. That's not we don't hate you. We roast each other. That's how we kind of sharpen our swords. And you guys are not used to being roasted, and y'all carry that pain and trauma of being roasted with you for the rest of your lives, whereas we let it roll off our backs and it just sharpens our mouthpiece. That's why a lot of foundational Black Americans are very witty. But when you went to school as a little Ethiopian kid, you probably didn't have any swag. Your family didn't really spend a lot of money on clothes, so you probably went to school in some sweatpants and church shoes and shit. So they lit your ass up on the playground. They clown, but it was all to get you to get your shit right. So it wasn't a division. You just got roasted. You understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate your time, man.
My man, I appreciate you.
All right, well,
Excuse me. Yeah, man, like I said, man, a lot of these folks, they act like there's no division. No, you just got roasted, man. We roast you. That's a part of our culture. We roast people. You got lit up on the playground. You know, you had a janky haircut. Something was janky about you, and you got lit up. Somebody hollered at you. You know, they clowned you. They clowned your forehead. You know, I'm telling you, that's a part of foundational Black American culture. Roasting. Man, we used to have roast battles among ourselves all the time. And you know, we knew what it was. What with us, that just made us okay. We got to snap back. We got to tighten the mouthpiece up and snap back. Come back with a wittier response. But the some of you non-FBA cats, when you get roasted on that playground, boy, it's like, what? This nigga said I was a musty Tweety bird looking nigga, and now you went home and told your mom and them that you got called a musty Tweety bird head nigga, and then they're mad. Stay away from the akatas. Stay away from the jariz. Stay away from those beads. You know, so then it becomes a whole family hate the Negro shit, you know? And just because that dude called you a musty Tweety bird head nigga, what you need to do, get some deodorant and get your hair lined up so you won't be a musty Tweety bird head nigga. Yeah? That's what you do. You had to just tighten it up. Just like with Kool Herc. Kool Herc said when he came over, he was getting clowned because he dressed like a hick. And he was like, girls was roasting him. So he started looking at some of the players out there in the Bronx and started dressing like them. He was dressing like Mario. He started dressing like the Hustlers, dressing like Coke Rock. And then he got his swag on. Yeah. All right, let's get Shiesty, because you keep jumping in and out, Shiesty. Shiesty's a tether who's very mad at foundational Black Americans. Shiesty, hop on. Shiesty's in. What's up, Shiesty?
I'm good, Tariq. Hey, tell me, Tariq, how did it go at that tether who burnt down Martin Luther King's house, huh?
Oh, dude, first of all, man, if you're gonna do Uber, if you're gonna do your Uber driving, at least roll the windows up. At least roll the windows up, brother. Because I can't hear with all of that shit going on in your raggedy ass tether mobile. Roll your windows up, man. Lord. Now what's on your mind, Shiesty?
Yeah, I just wanted to find out any updates on that tether. You know, the one that burned down MLK's house.
Well, nobody burned down MLK's
Well,
house.
the attempt. Because
Right.
according
And
to you, you were so sure they look like a tether.
yeah, now I just addressed it about 10 minutes ago. Now, were you listening? Because I'm not going to readdress it again.
No,
Were you
sorry, I
listening?
was in my Uber. I was in my musty Uber.
All right. Well, sir, you should deliver your orders first and then ask questions. All right. Now, what's on your mind?
How
Other,
much did you make off that grift?
sir, don't project your grifts onto us, sir.
It's a
You
question.
pocket, sir. You're a pocket watching tether. You guys always fantasizing about grifts because that's what you do, sir. That's
How much did
protection.
you make from that grift? Did you sell?
I made 30 cents a day, which is what your family needs to eat good. Okay, that's what I made. 30 cents a
That's
day.
not what I
That's all.
asked you. I asked how much did you
30 cents a day, like your family.
stop
Ain't that what
muting me?
Sally
Stop
Struthers?
muting me. Answer.
I, I made the same amount that Sally Struthers gave your grandmother, nigga. That's how much I made. All
Now
right.
tell me, all those unfunny niggas on your roster, are they gonna bid?
Are they what now? I can't hear you, Habash. I can't hear you, sir. Sir, turn your microphone on,
You keep muting me and then you say you can't hear me.
sir. I
Stop
didn't
stop
mute you,
being a
sir.
clown, Tariq.
I didn't mute you. You dropped your fucking injera on the phone and it hit the damn phone and knocked the phone down, sir. You can't eat injera and talk on the phone at the same time, sir. That's your problem. Don't try to blame me. I'm not doing anything to you. So, other than whining to Black Daddy, anything on your mind, sir, except fleeing from your homeland? Because,
Yo, do you want me to take a screenshot of you muting me? Because you're just a liar, Tariq. You're a grifter and you're a liar.
sir, if you say
Are
that
you gonna
again,
mute me? Are you gonna mute me again?
I'm going to steal your camel and sell the shit on eBay if you don't stop with your projecting, sir. All right, you're going to be a camelless tether, fucking with me. All right. Now, what's on your mind? Let's get to the nitty gritty.
Okay.
All you're doing is whining. Okay, you don't have anything to say, sir. Go ahead and deliver your Postmates. Let me get you out of here. All right. Let's see who else we got. Let's get Wesley. All right, let's get Wesley in here. Wesley Nicola. Good, Wesley. How are you? Yeah, man, just do your thing. There's no time limit. Just do your thing.
Okay, I just wanted to tell you that I'm actually from Africa, by the way. But I wanted to
Right.
tell you that I've watched all of your DVDs, and I recently watched American Maroon, which was about 2 hours, a 2 hour DVD. And I wanted to say that it was probably one of those powerful DVDs I've ever watched in my life,
Yes, sir.
because it showed how, how African Americans were able to resist slavery.
Yes. Yeah. Now, what part of Africa are you from, brother? South Africa?
I'm from South Africa, yes.
That's what I thought. Yes, indeed. Okay. Okay.
So I just wanted to tell you that, but I'm a bit disappointed because I remember you once released Hidden Colors 5, and in Hidden Colors 5, you talked about how you were going to portray Black warfare, and I watched the DVD, but I was disappointed by the fact that you were not able to show the Zanj Rebellion.
The which one?
Hidden Colors 5, The Art of
No,
Warfare.
which
You
rebellion?
didn't show the Zanj
Which
Rebellion in that film.
the Zan rebellion?
Zanj Rebellion. You know how slaves in the Arab world, African slaves in the Arab world, in Iraq, they rebelled against the Arabs and they almost took over Iraq. You didn't show that part in Hidden Colors, The Art of Warfare.
Okay. Well, shit. I mean, there's a there's a lot of we didn't cover a lot of them, but we covered as much as we could within 2 hours. But yeah, we talked about warfare from different angles, from a psychological angle, from an educational angle, because warfare, we got to understand, warfare is not just what's on the battlefield. Warfare, it's is what you do in the political sense, what you do in the educational sense. There's warfare going on all the time. There's propaganda. The media is a form of warfare. You understand? During World War II, they put certain images out in order to portray certain messages. Even with the Nazis, when they were engaged in war, it was very important for them to show certain images in the media to demonize certain groups. Even here during World War II, remember, um, for a long time there was something called the Yellow Peril. They were showing Asians in very derogatory manners because of what was going on in World War II. They would show Asians real janky looking. And Asians had a very negative perception in the white media. Asians didn't really get a positive look until black people started to kind of embrace Asian people. Remember, when Asians were coming over here, we were embracing them. Those kung fu movies back in the day, we were embracing that. That was something that we embraced. Remember, the Black Panthers and people like that, they were the ones speaking out against the war in Vietnam, and Muhammad Ali was speaking out against the war, and we were embracing them. Well, hey, come on over. We'll patronize your businesses. We'll watch the movies, the kung fu movies we were into. Remember, when Bruce Lee came over, his first student was black up there in the Bay. Bruce Lee was hanging with brothers up there in the town. You see, we were embracing that heavy. You did. So that whole model minority thing came a little bit later when they started using a lot of people in Asian society against black people. So it's a very interesting dynamic. But yeah, but the point is warfare. Warfare comes in the form of propaganda. There's different forms of warfare. All right. Let's see. Let's see. We got a lot of folks in the building. All right. Let's get let me see. Charles. Let's get Charles in here. I see Brother Afro Elite in the building. Shout out to Afro Elite in the building. All right, Charles. Get my dog snoring over here. Charles, what's up, brother? Mr. Charles, you want to throw your microphone on? Slowing the game down. All right, let's get Hustle Gold in here. Hustle Gold. We got Charles and Hustle Gold in the queue. Hustle Gold. Hustle Gold, go ahead and speak, man. All right, let's get let's get different in here. All right, Charles, you up here putting up laugh emojis. I mean, what the hell you want to? All right, nigga, don't.
Yes, hello.
What's up, different? How are you, man?
Hey, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? I got a few questions. I want to ask, like, it's that one movie on Netflix called Leave Behind. It kind of talked about what you were talking about with the Chinese cyber attack. I was kind of wondering, did you ever see that on Netflix?
No, it's called Leave Behind.
Yeah, it's called Leave the World Behind.
No,
Something
I gotta.
about, yeah,
I gotta.
it's yeah.
I haven't seen.
Plus,
I gotta see it though.
yeah, and plus, not only that, I was wondering when it came to that documentary that you're bringing up, are you are you gonna bring an extended version?
I don't know. I don't know because right now we're just working on the main version of it, and it's long as hell. So I don't know. We might do that later on. I'm not sure, but microphone check is coming soon. So Just Ice, Mr. Just Ice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here.
All right. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, player. My thing is this, bro, is that I just wonder, man, because I've been watching you like when I was a kid, like 16, 17, I got your book, the Art of Macking.
Yes.
And ever since then, I've been like watching you. I seen your whole progression and everything. And I just wonder from a standpoint, it's like, do you get tired of like saying the same things over again? But it's dope though, because it allows us to get some different ways to combat these tethers and other people, because it's kind of crazy. Like they keep saying the same things over and over and over again. No matter how many times you say these things, documentaries you put out, they just keep repeating these same narratives, almost like white supremacists. It's kind of
Yeah.
wild.
That's why we got to stay on top of our game, man. That's up to us to not let them bog us down and wear us down with their nonsense. We got to know how to come back and hit them back with the correct talking points, and we're doing a very good job at doing that now. Let's get Miss Kenya in here.
Hi, Tariq. I love your rooms. Every time I come in here, I scream and holler and laugh.
Yeah. Yes,
Because
ma'am.
you make us laugh and educate everyone at the same time. But the gentleman was talking about the movie that came out. That movie's deep. It has a lot of black and inner tones in there. They're playing cool in a gang. They're playing like the way that the movie starts. You see Julia Roberts. She's like, I just want to get the hell away from people. I
Mm.
hate people. You guys make me sick. And then the Tesla, well, I don't want to tell the movie, but I just kind of urge everybody to watch it because they're literally telling you what they're doing. It's deep.
I,
Movie's deep.
Is it still on Netflix?
Yes, it is. And I enjoyed it. And it's,
Oh,
you got to
I'm
pay
going to
attention.
watch that.
Yeah, I said, cool to the gang getting paid.
Yes, yes, indeed, yes. But yes, indeed. Thank you so much, beloved. But yeah, I want to see that movie now. I like a good documentary film. Is it a documentary? I hope it's a. I like good documentaries as a documentary filmmaker. All right, now we got another Dan. Speaking of Democrats and Democratic shills, introducing our Haitian brother, Gabriel. Wait, Gabriel, where'd you go? No, Gabriel, get back in here, Gabriel. Get back, Gabriel. We got Gabriel. I'm gonna let you speak, Gabriel. Now, Gabriel, he works for the DNC. Now, Gabriel, let me hear some of the talking points that they gave you, Gabriel. What are the talking points, Gabriel? Let's hear it, Gabriel.
Hi,
What's going on, Gabriel?
how you doing? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. So, what did the DNC, what talking points have they given you to bring down to the black community? What are they? What's new?
Ain't nothing really new. Everybody's been focused on this Israel and Palestine situation. What's your take on that?
We should stay the hell out of it. That's my take. That's
I've seen a lot of black people in solidarity with standing with Palestine.
Yeah, but a lot of them are Democratic shills. And the black grassroots are letting everybody hold their own nuts. We ain't thinking about that. We don't want to get drug into it. We're Bennett. We ain't in it. We're going to let y'all handle your business over there, Palestine and Israel. They
Also,
force us to take sides. So give me a blanket, son. Excuse
I actually do respect that because I think that conflict is hurting the party more than it's helping it.
me. Yeah.
And
Ask you this because Biden's numbers with black folks are just in the tank. What are they going to do about this immigration thing? How are they going to spin that? Because
im-
this immigration thing is kicking their asses over there at the DNC. What are they going to do about that?
why you think immigration's kicking our ass? What makes you think that?
Brother, come on, brother. The
You know
people
what the
in,
Democratic Party platform is. We are the party of immigrants. We are welcoming
and you see
hardworking
that,
people into this country.
and you see, sir, you are seeing what's happening in Chicago. The black grad.
Because the Republican governor in Texas and other and red states want to send immigrants to Chicago. That's not on Biden. Why don't you?
Oh,
Where's the
is that
smoke from
how
those
y'all
Republican
going?
governors?
Is that how y'all trying? Y'all gonna blame the Republicans? Oh, is
I mean,
that how
how are they
y'all
getting to Chicago?
doing
How
it?
are they getting to Chicago from
Oh,
the
y'all
border?
don't. Biden is letting these
Biden
folks
sending
in,
them.
dude.
Biden is
Biden
sending
is
them.
letting these people in,
Biden
sir.
is sending them.
And the Democrats who's running Chicago, they're co-signing it. The Democrat mayors are like, yeah, y'all embrace these people, so y'all not gonna put that on the Republicans. Is that the strategy to blame the
I
Republicans?
mean, I mean, at the end of the day, like if we're speaking like how is it going to affect us electorally, is not because Illinois is going to be blue no matter what. So
Uh,
like, but it's speaking of immigration, I happen to be a fan of Biden's immigration plan. The thing
yeah,
is,
because you're Yeah,
But the
you're an
thing
immigrant.
is, why we get so much illegal immigrants coming across our border is because our legal immigration system just sucks. Like
Oh,
it's not.
the immigration thing sucks in general. It ain't we ain't co-signing it, brother. And if the DNC, if their strategy is to just blame the Republicans, that's a horrible strategy. Y'all, that ain't gonna work. Y'all not about to play that game. Y'all not about to do the Jedi mind trick. Miss T, hop on, ma'am.
Well, hello, Tariq. How are you tonight?
I'm good, Miss T. How are you, ma'am?
I'm doing good. Just called to give you a little information. I'm down here in Atlanta, and
Yes.
Atlanta just got $7 million approved for the immigrants, the expected immigrants. You
Lord.
know, Keisha Lance Bottoms, before she left office, she made Atlanta a sanctuary city. So
Yep.
the current mayor, Dickens, asked for and was recently approved for $7 million. Now
Wow.
they're going to put our homeless in shipping containers, and the immigrants are going to be at hotels.
Wow. 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 Man, thank you, beloved. And y'all think the Democrats are gonna float by doing this type of stuff? Y'all think the community don't see this stuff? You gonna blame the Republicans for that, brother? Come on, man. The Democrats are in trouble, and they're just going for broke at this point. They're like, hell, let's just throw the kitchen sink at them. All right, Super Dave. Super Dave. What are you doing up there? Super Dave.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, brother?
Oh, actually, I didn't know I hit the button. I'm gonna click off and let somebody else talk. I was just listening. I guess I hit the button by mistake, my boss.
This nigga done rolled over on the bed, and the KY jelly hit the damn phone. Brother, y'all be careful when y'all in the bed laying up listening. Y'all take all that shit out your bed. All right? I don't know what y'all got going on over there. Lord. All right, let's get Command Do. Command Do. Go back up to bed. Bed. Command Do.
Hey, how's it going, Tariq?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Man, I'm doing good. Man, I just have a question. What's a good age for a man to get married? Should I just, keep the playboy lifestyle until like I'm 40 or
Nah, get married. Wait until at least you're 32. At least 32.
okay,
When, because that's when you get all your player shit up out your system. You got to get it out your system. Yeah, you don't want to get married too young because there's a lot of tang out there that you want to. There's a lot of tang to bang, so you don't want to be stuck and locked down. Get it
right,
out your um, 32, good age to go ahead and settle on down with it. And also that gives you time to kind of screen what's out there in these streets. You got to kind of test the apples to see which ones are ripe. You got to know which ones to go for, which ones are whack. So yeah, by 32, you should be good to go. Yeah,
perfect. That was good.
my man. Yeah, yeah, the game is real funny style out here, man. I feel for a lot of my single young brothers out here, boy. It's a landmine out here, and I feel for some of the women too. It's a real janky vibe out here in the dating scene for a lot of my young single folks. Just seeing what's out there, seeing all these cokehead rappers and dusty hood rats, the sexy reds. It's a landmine out here, man. It's a landmine out here for men and women these days. You don't know what you're getting into. Yeah. Let's get Trenton. Let's get Trenton in the building. Let's get Trenton. Trenton, what's up, brother? All right, Trenton,
Oh,
did you?
hey,
There
you
you
hear me?
go. I can hear you.
Hey, yeah, yeah, yo, we not hearing that. We not hearing all that that mess. Hey man, it ain't the Democrats, man. It's the Republicans. It's always the Republicans, or
Right.
it ain't us, man. Y'all didn't come out and vote midterm. That's why we couldn't do nothing. No, we done with all that, man. I'm sick and tired of these Democrats. I just hope they just crash and burn, man.
Real
Peace, bro.
talk. Thank you, brother. Yeah, the Democrats, boy, y'all be splaining. Boy, y'all be splaining. It's always the Republicans that did something slick that made you, well, they done tied your hands up. Stop it. All right, Cyber, hop on, Cyber.
How you doing, Tariq?
I'm good, Cyber. Where you calling from?
I'm down here in Georgia, and I got 2 points. One, I work security in the downtown region of a pretty solid sized city down here, and I wanted
Okay.
to tell a lot of our black people down here, be very careful when you go out. We've been dealing with a lot of these weird migrants who have these accents, specifically from Africa. They've been dropping them in black areas. They've been breaking into places. The other day, I just had a tussle with one who was very musty, as you like to say, extremely musty. But
I'm
they're just dropping these African migrants everywhere, specifically in our neighborhoods, and uh, the crime rate. And another thing I wanted to say, did you see the story that came out? I think it was yesterday, where the Hispanic immigrant kid, well, not allegedly, then he got
hello,
convicted of it. He raped that
hello,
sister
follow me.
in the classroom,
Okay, all right.
and
Oh,
land my plane.
I didn't hear about that, but I got to look into that. Now, Cam,
Yes.
Cam, Cam.
Hi,
Okay, yeah, you're really anxious to talk, Cam. Cam, where you from?
follow me.
You from where?
Huh?
Where are you from?
My name is Chan.
Nigga, are you from Earth? What planet are you from? You don't even sound like you're from Earth. Where you from? E.T. phone home.
Follow me.
Brother, where are you from?
My name is Kamfavuchu.
Brother, I don't know if you're reading a Vietnamese menu. What are you
Yes,
reading?
Vietnamese.
You're Vietnamese? Chicken fried rice. Egg foo young? What I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to. Do you understand anything I'm saying? Kung Pao chicken. Does any of that ring a bell, sir? Hello? Cam? Okay, let me let him go. Okay, he's saying random stuff. I don't know what language he's speaking. I was trying to figure it out. I don't know what language he was speaking at all. Did anybody understand that? I'm trying to work with him. I just don't know what he was saying, and there was a communication barrier there. So God bless him. Bless his heart. He tried. What else we got in here? All right. Where the women? We need some feminine energy in here. We got to get some feminine energy in here. Where the women? Women, where are the women? Let me talk to some of the women in here. There's a lot of women down there on the bottom. Why don't y'all hop up real quick so we can get some of your energy to just kind of cleanse the room a little bit. I think some of your feminine energy will cleanse the room. And I mean feminine. If you a big back woman, you don't have to make a request. No disrespect, and we still love you. But we kind of we need some feminine energy in here. Feminine energy. All right. Let's get Monica. All right, Monica is gonna bring some feminine energy in here. All right, Monica. Miss Monica, hop on, ma'am.
Hey, how you doing, Tariq?
I'm good, Monica. How are you, beloved?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. This is just in response to the Democrat. Like that whole spiel is getting old, you
Really,
know.
really, yes.
And I'm starting to wonder, like, when they go into that, do they not realize, like, we down here in some of these states, Texas and Florida, and the whole thing is when with these Democrats opening the border the way they are and inviting everybody to come over here. Texas is right on the border. So we get hit by all this, you know, all these people coming through here illegally and whatever else. Same thing with us is more so everybody coming through Mexico. It's not just Mexicans, of course, it's everybody that's going through that border. Then Florida over there, they getting hit more so with from what I was told, like Caribbean migrants.
Yeah, yeah,
So, and you have to understand, both states are Republican, states or whatever. So they're not in line with any of that, sanctuary cities and, disrespect the borders, hop over here, blah, 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 at all. So guess what happened? They got sick of it and started sending the migrants to these sanctuary cities as opposed to just, you know, getting signed up for dealing with it and being overwhelmed. And now
right.
those Democratic ran states, they can't handle it. So what does that tell you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway, thank you so much, beloved. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, let's get. Um, there's a lot of folks in here. And don't forget, we have an event at the Hidden History Museum this Saturday, comedy event, holiday celebration. Y'all need to come on through. Get your tickets and join us at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Hiddenhistorymuseum.com, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this dude, Charles, you can change your profile name.
You gotta help me, Tariq. My dad and Uncle Tommy's after me. Please, you have to help me, please. I'm begging you, please.
Lord, Lord, Lord. Brother, you all right? Did somebody put something too far up in your pussy? It sounds like, brother, are you okay? Take it out if it tickles like that. All right. If it tickles, you need to take it out. All right.
Please help me.
Take it out.
Please.
Take it out. Take it up out of you, brother. Use the same lubricant to slide it back out. All right. You're gonna be all right, brother. Poor fellow. Poor fellow. He's in the room. He's in a room with somebody. He's down there in a room with Andrew Gillum or somebody doing something funny for money. God bless him. All right. And let's see. Like I said, I wanted some sisters to get up in here so we can get the energy right. Let's get Retta. Retta. I think that's your name. Whatever your name is, hop on Retta.
Hey, good morning, fellas. How are you guys doing? Yeah, I
We're
was just a little bit interested in the politics and the current of in American politics. I live in Europe, and I was really hoping that I could get some more information about the upcoming elections. There's like still a big tension between the Democrats and the Republicans, right? The liberals and the conservatives, and it's always been like this in the United States. And my question to you was, what if? And that's my take on it. What if both the Democrats and the Republicans is just one party? Is just one party keeping these two divided sides together, and it could be run by high elites, and they're just like planning whenever, to satisfy the left and the right, every 4 to 8 years. And I feel like it might be maybe a dictatorship without us, really knowing about it. You think there's a possibility to that? Have you ever
Yeah,
thought about from that perspective, sir?
yes, I have. Yeah, I have. It's controlled opposition. So yeah, it's basically both sides, playing off of each other, but they're still running the whole show. So let's get V in here. V,
How you doing, Tariq?
I'm good. V, how are you?
Doing all right. Hey, I'm up in Chicago, man, and so I wanted to talk to you about some of the things that I heard about the whole migrant situation or whatever.
Yeah.
Uh, so I think it's a lot of misinformation going on. Uh, Take for instance, Mayor Brandon Johnson. He recently filed a lawsuit against these bus companies that's bringing the migrants up here because
Oh,
what
wow.
they would do. So he filed a lawsuit against them because they were randomly shipping migrants up here at the orders of the Texas governor, and they were unannounced. They didn't give a time. They would just come up to random spots. And so what they're doing now is that they're taking action against these bus companies and fining them for bringing up these migrants up here in an unorderly fashion.
Yeah.
So that way they can think twice before they follow the orders of Greg Abbott.
Yeah.
So that's
But
one
here's
thing.
the problem: when
Go
the
ahead.
migrants are on them buses, they got checks waiting on their asses. They put these people up in hotels, and they're allocating all types of money for them up in Chicago. So, you know, if you want to really de-incentivize them, stop giving them paper, send their asses back somewhere. If you really want to de-incentivize all of that stuff, and I think suing the bus companies, that's a good idea. But again, they got to go for the gusto. If you don't really want them up there, you don't start throwing millions of dollars to people if you don't really want them up there. They're giving them job training and all of that stuff. Nah, if you really don't want them up there, let's cut out all of that stuff. Give all of that to the Foundation of Black Americans who's already up there in Chicago who need jobs. You got thousands of brothers and sisters up there in Chicago who already need jobs. Allocate that money for them. Let's get I'm a descendant of FBA. Charlie.
Hey, what's up, Tariq? What's going on, man?
I'm good, brother. What's on your mind?
Man, I just had a quick question, bro. I've been following you ever since the first Hidden Colors came out. Have not missed the broadcast and so forth. Uh, even the people who star in the film, such as like Dr. Umar, I listened to some of his interviews, and the people who interview him, it seems kind of strange how they never acknowledge where he came from as far as his stardom. It's like they don't intentionally mention you, and I'm starting to wonder, are they tethers?
Yeah. Well, a lot of them are tethers, but it's it is what it is. I
Like,
don't even. Yeah, but a lot of them are tethers. But yeah, I don't trip. I don't be tripping on recognition and all of that stuff because I put a lot of folks on, but I don't trip on no recognition. So Leanne Ruby, Leanne, whatever your name is, the person with the blue profile picture, want to hop on? What's your name? Ruby Fan Club. All right. So let's go. Leo Goat Messi, whatever your name is. All right, Leo, you want to turn your microphone on. All right, you guys must. Leo?
Oh, okay. My name is Emmanuel. So I'm from Nigeria actually.
From
Recently,
Nigeria?
yeah. So
Okay.
I opened Twitter for football stuff and all of that. So suddenly I started seeing. I don't know if this is part of the topic. I just saw your stuff and I clicked on it. So recently I've been seeing a lot of like racist stuff and all of that, and it's really drawn my attention. Like the way a lot of these people hate black and all of that. Actually, I was just trying to follow and block all of them, like the ends and wokeness and all of that, because it's really frustrating and annoying. I have those big accounts of like 2 million followers, like a lot of followers and all of that.
Bro, I can't
They,
understand shit you're saying. I just got to get you off, brother, to be honest. I was trying to roll with you, brother. I couldn't understand nothing. I was trying to make out certain words. Um, yeah, I can't understand nothing you're saying, sir. Not only the accent was very heavy, which is, that's not a bad thing, but your phone was janky too. I could kind of deal with the accent, but I couldn't deal with the iPhone 1. iPhone 1 and a janky, the accent, I couldn't do it, brother. I tried. I was trying to make out certain words and try to piece together what you were trying to say, brother. And plus, sounds like you were chewing on some Jollof too. So it sounded like you were in the middle of eating. So it was too much going on, brother. Too much going on, but I respect your opinion. I just couldn't understand you at the time. Maybe we can have you call back at a later juncture where we can get some clarity on what was going on with you. Now, Leanne, are you ready to get on, or just nothing happening there? All right, let's get RPG in here. Let's get RPG. 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 What's going on, man?
Allison,
Yeah.
I love you, Allison. Allison Taylor.
Okay, you might have the wrong number, sir. Yeah, you
What?
might have. Sound like you're trying to order some takeout baklava or something, and this is not the right number, sir. You got to call somebody else. We don't have any falafels here right now. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Let's call another number. This ain't the right one. We don't have no falafels. Let's get Cuban Link. All right. Let's get Cuban Link in here. Cuban Link. Hop on Cuban Link. Excuse me. It's cold in my house. I know my wife be turning the heat off and shit. What's up, Cuban Link?
Hi, Tariq. How are you?
I'm good, Cuban Link. How are you, ma'am?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm South African, from South Africa. I'm not in America. Have you
Okay.
ever been to South Africa?
Yes, I have. I
What do
have.
you like about South Africa?
I thought it was a very beautiful place. The people were very nice. The scenery was very good. I enjoyed myself over there. Over there by the beach and the penguins and stuff. It was a nice vibe. I liked it.
Where were you? In Cape Town, Joburg, Pretoria?
Cape, oh, we're in Cape Town.
Okay. So I just have a question, right? I've noticed that there's a lot of Americans who are relocating to South Africa. What could be the reason for that?
I don't know too many, and I don't know if people over there getting money. I don't know too. We're not making a beeline to go to South Africa. Isn't it? Might be some business people, but yeah, I don't know if too many of us are going over there. Again, it's a nice place. You can get nice homes over there. What I don't like, I just hate to see the brothers and sisters in those townships over there, in those dilapidated shanty towns, with white people living in condos right across the street from them. I don't like the aesthetics of that, but it's a beautiful place aesthetically. So um, but again, I haven't seen too many Black Americans flock over there. There
There's
might be one.
actually a lot of them, a lot, I've noticed,
Really? No. What are
especially
they? What kind of work are
recently.
they doing over there? What kind of work are they
I,
doing?
I don't know. I really don't know. But
Huh?
most of
That's
them
it.
are going to Cape Town.
Now, are they visiting or are they living there?
They
Because
are
I know.
relocating to South Africa. I've seen them on Facebook pages.
Huh? Interesting. Interesting. So yeah.
Yeah.
So how do y'all feel about it, Lynn? That's the question. How do y'all
I
feel about
don't
it?
mind it. I really don't mind it. I don't mind foreigners. I don't mind. Like, I'm not a xenophobic person. There's a lot of African people that come to South Africa, Americans come here, everybody can come. I really don't mind. So I don't know why you guys mind it at all.
Yeah. Again, I don't know. I don't know if again. There might be some business people going out there doing their thing, but for the most part, we ain't really trying to relocate and stuff like that. So, but shout out to the brothers and sisters who did go over there and who's doing their thing. Um, all right. Should we get one more? Because we do have a lot of people in here still, like 700 people. So we're still in here deep. And I still got work to do tonight because I'm working on the film all the time. Um, Let me see. Habesh, I've had you on before many times. I try to get some new faces in here. And Rodrigo, I've had you on many times. All right. Um, let's get one more person in here. Let me look down here, all these people on the bottom. And by the way, don't forget, go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com, hiddenhistorymuseum.com to get the Hidden History package, the holiday package that includes the book for children and young adults called Hidden History from A to Z. You get that book at hiddenhistorymuseum.com along with the package it comes with, and also you get tickets to join us this weekend, this Saturday at the Hidden History Museum. That's hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Let's get Ray in here. Miss Ray.
How you doing, Tariq? I ain't gonna get up here on my bullshit, But continue doing what you're doing. You know, I would prefer, when I hear them say, "Oh, any black people are capitalizing or getting money," I'd rather us take control of our history, our music, our movie, because somebody else surely and have done it.
Yeah.
And I just want to say that I find it funny that these people from other countries, get up on the stage and always center themselves. And it's not about y'all. It's not about y'all. Y'all can't just sit and let us have a peaceful conversation. And y'all sit there and tell little tether lies. Oh, the black that's not the majority. That's nothing for you to discuss. Ask them. Go ahead on out there when you see them and ask them what they are doing. We have a lot more dark room than any of y'all could ever have. I'm sure that they would discuss whatever that you would like to with them over in your country. But what we're saying over here and having to be questioned about our lineage and well, we're this and we, hey, I really suggest people to look at the pros and cons of what democracy is what they're calling it now has done for the black community for all these years. Our grandmothers, our aunts, and them been voting them in, right? And I was told by a wise person that when you keep doing the same thing, getting the same results, and bumping your head on that dead end wall, it's insanity. So
Mm.
2024, I suggest that you start looking for something new to do
Yes.
concerning our community.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, beloved. Let's get Prophet in here. Prophet.
Hey, peace, Tariq. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, indeed. What's up, Prophet?
Yeah, brother, I'm very good, man, Tariq. I'm also from South Africa, just like that lady called. I'm from Cape Town, and I've called before, and we already met when you were here in Cape Town.
Oh,
Now,
cool.
what the young lady was saying about Black Americans coming to Cape Town, like we were in South Africa, yes, there are. There's a company actually called the Real South Africa, and it's a tourist company, and it's they own it over here, and they're making a lot of money from it. But what I love about Foundation of Black Americans when they get here, like they are the only people in the world that come over here with respect and are very respectful towards the people over here and the culture. And
Yes.
they come and visit. Some of them come and stay. Some of them but we have a lot of African foreigners that are very demonic and evil and are doing evil things and are looking down on us. So it's only so-called Black Americans, Foundation of Black Americans, that are very respectful towards the people over here, and we have so
Exactly.
much respect for them. So that's all I have to say. And we have so much love for Black Americans. We can identify with Black American struggle because they actually taught us how to deal with white supremacy
Yes,
from
sir.
years ago. So
Did
yes,
you
sir,
did you
man.
come to the
We
lecture I did when I was out there when I did the lecture?
yeah. I was there, and I remember there was this other white supremacist over there asking you questions and all that
Right.
garbage,
Yeah.
and you put that cracker in his place. So yeah, man. Like I was actually at work. I had to like leave work early just so I can catch that lecture.
Yeah.
So yeah, we even took a picture. So yeah, much love and respect to you, man. I've been following you for years since your Max Lesson days. So I understand everything, the delineation that you guys are doing. Like it's a must
Yes, sir.
because
I appreciate that. But yeah, I was over when I went to South Africa, I was just over there vacation with the family. Yeah, I was just over there kicking it. I have my family with me, so we're just doing a family vacation. And the people over there recognized me and they were so excited that I was over there. I did an impromptu lecture and it was popping. A whole gang of people came. It's just like, how the hell did I set that shit up so fast? I forgot how I said I ended up doing a lecture over there just on the fly. Some people saw me and they were like, man, you got to do a lecture. I'm like, okay, well, get a venue. Somehow we got a venue and a bunch of people came. I just did a impromptu last minute lecture out there in South Africa and it was packed and everybody came out to it. And then some of the white supremacists were there and they were in there looking funny style. They were looking like, hey, don't rile these niggas up because they were like, how did this nigga organize this so fast? Where did this happen? It was that type of thing. It was some white supremacists in there, just like they were monitoring the thing. They looked real salty. They were real salty because it's like, hey, wait a minute. I don't know. We like to monitor our niggas. How did this happen so fast? You know? And I'm in there trying to chop it up with the brothers and sisters and our African brothers and sisters and the white supremacists up here asking me a bunch of janky ass questions. So it was fun to be around our African family because I still look at some of our African brothers as family. Those are families. Those are cousins. But the white supremacists in the mix, and those brothers and sisters were very codified, that's all we like. We don't mind people as long as you're on code. If you're trying to build like a global network, that's what I'm on right there. If we're trying to build a global network, I'm with you. Now, if you're trying to come over here and we stay away from the Akata, and now we got a problem because you ain't really trying to build nothing. But I'm all for building. When I go to certain nations, certain African countries, certain Caribbean countries, if we're trying to set up something where we can globally network with each other, we can do trade, exchange ideas, information, goods, services globally. I'm all for that. Yeah. Like, hey, we got some products over here that we can send you and we can do that type of shit. I'm all for it. Because that's nation building right there. When I was in Zimbabwe, I was looking for, people who had resources that could be exchanged. I'm looking for people who had access to food sources, clothing sources. I like to globally network. If we're gonna do business, let's do business globally, not just you come over here and pull up a plate and then eat off us and tell us that we need to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. See, that ain't it. I'm all about global networking. And when there's black people who are on code, I'm rocking with you. If you're in the Caribbean and you're on code, I'm rocking with you. If you're in Africa, you're on code, I'm rocking with you. We can get down. Yeah. Now, if y'all send over your coons and tethers, now we got a problem. You dig? So we like to make that distinction. But I digress. But listen, guys, let me get out of here because I got to let y'all get to sleep because I know over the East Coast, it was about 4 o'clock in the morning, and y'all got to go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com to get that holiday package. And if you're out here on the West Coast or you plan on coming to the West Coast next Saturday night starting at 7 p.m., we got a great event happening at the Hidden History Museum. Come on, join me. Come on there and kick it with me. Kick it with the LA family. Enjoy some good food, good music, good comedy, good vibe, good networking. Come on, join us next week. It's going to be a vibe. Hidden History Museum at hiddenhistorymuseum.com, hiddenhistorymuseum.com. All right, you guys have a great night. Papi Akute, Lalavuve to the family. Peace.